Hola my beauties, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Gurishq Kaur, and in today's video it's the second episode of Palette of the Day. Hashtag Palette of the Day was somewhat a series I started a month ago with the aim to finish and use and really show all my palettes, because I own a shit ton of eyeshadow palettes. And it's just the second episode, that too, which is coming like a month after the first episode, so we clearly don't have much hopes from the series. Regardlessly, today I was feeling like doing like a fun, colorful makeup tutorial. It's been so long. Like lately, if you guys really follow up my content, I've just been doing so many wearable looks. Today I really want to channel that creative energy and do something colorful, and I don't know why I was just vibing with the colors pink and orange today. So that's the peachy pink orange neonish, that's the vibe. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and create a colorful look, probably like a full cut crease or something, because I really want to warm up myself with color, with creative blends, and get into the feel once again. So it's a whole detailed tutorial of doing like a full cut crease with colors. So if that's something that interests you, please keep on watching. Alright, so I've done my brows off camera and I'll just carve it out. And wow, I'm just trying to use up my old foundations before they expire, because I have loved this foundation through and through. It's the LA Girl Pro Coverage Illuminating Foundation. I used to use this so much back in the day, but times when you use Nikkie, so I guess this is the only foundation you will see me using for a couple of tutorials, because I really want to use it up before it goes bad, you know. And I'm also going to use this to cover my brows, to do my entire base, everything. Alrighty guys, so for today's look I'm going to use the Beauty Bay X Nikkie Tutorials palette. I have used this palette in one of my short videos, but I've never done like a full long form video with this beauty, and this seriously is a beautiful palette. Love the mattes, love the shimmers. I genuinely love this palette. I have absolutely nothing to complain about this palette. If you love color and good metallic shimmers, like reflective shimmers, you are going to love this palette. I guess Beauty Bay or Be Perfect Cosmetics, these are two brands, international brands however, but they do some amazing eyeshadow palettes and just good eyeshadow stuff. Okay, for starters I'm going to pick this pink shade. It's a bright pink. It's in the name Blend and Snap. I'm picking that up on like an angular brush, because I want to do like a full cut crease, so this is nice to pack the shadow. Also, the palette has like two mirrors. One is a normal mirror and one is like a magnified mirror. So I'm going to use the same mirror to, you know, do my eye makeup well. So I'm going to map out my full cut crease first. I'm going to do my other eye as well. And if you think that these are not even right now, don't worry, because we are anyways going to make it even with like carving it out with a micellar water and everything. Alright, time for the crucial step. I'm gonna wet the Q-tip with some micellar water using the classic Garnier micellar water. Whew. And now we're gonna really shape it out, and I'm a little nervous because I literally haven't done a cut crease in so long. Alrighty guys, let's start. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all actually. Not bad. Like, it's slightly uneven. Not bad for the major part. Alrighty guys, time to blend this beauty, and for that I'm using the Plume P24 Precision Blending Brush. Whenever you're blending colors, I know I see this very, very often, but hold your brush from the back and just do light circular motions for that effortless blend. And after a couple of minutes, this is what the blend should look like. So it's nicely blended out, but it's still like pigmented and has that power to it, that oomph to it, and I really like it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut our crease with a concealer. For that, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Fix Concealer. It's in the shade Medium Yellow. I'll take some on the back of my hand. It's actually pretty thick and also pretty light, so our shadows will really, like pop. I do my cut crease in like really slow steps and not like one go, because I don't want to mess it up cool banne ke chakkar mein. It's always one of the scariest moments when you're doing your cut crease. I'm getting a feeling that I've cut my crease a little too high, but we'll trust the process. We'll make it work. I did go slightly higher than I expected. And before doing my other eye, I'm going to quickly go ahead and set this one in place. For that, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Compact. It's in the shade 125. And the toughest part of all, trying to match both the cut creases. So I'm going to pick this mango yellow / orangey shade called Redemption on the exact same angular brush. We'll start packing it in here. So with this shade as well, I'm similarly mapping out the shape first and also leaving a little bit of the bare concealer part, so we can see the definition between the two shades clearly. Likewise, I'm just going to go halfway with the matte shadow and leave the rest of the lid for some shimmer to come later. Just going to pack the shade all over. And I'm going basically this motion right now for packing, pressing the shade and bringing down the rest. Just softly pressing it and bringing it down like that. That also helps give it that natural fade without even starting to blend. Alright, so I packed in the orange shade like on both the eyes, and it does look pretty to me, and I've gone like 3/4 within my eye. Okay, now for the shimmers, I actually have 3 of these absolutely beautiful shimmers that I'm not able to choose between 1, 2 and 3. This probably not, because it's like pink with like blue shift, so probably not this, but definitely confused between these two right here. I'll just swatch them really quick for you all. So this gorgeous shimmer is called Aura, and that is what it looks like. And this one right here is Roxy Kitten, and they are just so beautiful. I'm a little too confused. I guess I'll go ahead with Roxy Kitten because it's a little more pink and will thereby go better with this pink orange happening on the eye. Roxy Kitten it is. Dude, these shimmers are something else only. Also, these are like very soft. So if you have this palette, make sure you don't dig in very hard because it will ruin your shimmer shadow. And now to ensure that pink or orange अच्छे से blended है, I'll take the same shimmer shadow on my finger and tap it on the edge जहाँ पे दोनों shades मिल रहे हैं. Lightly tap the shadow क्योंकि finger से जो वो fade आएगा ना, that will be a lot more natural. Now you see that natural shift from the shimmer to the matte without like a harsh line in between. That's what I was talking about. This eye just looks so pretty, dude. Like, I can't help but constantly stare at it. Alright, so the eye makeup is complete. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put on a pair of lashes. These are the ones I'm using today. These are by Swiss Beauty. It's the 3D Studio Effect eyelashes in the style Angelic. I got it in my Nikkie haul. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it somewhere here. They don't look bad. I haven't actually used a lot of Swiss Beauty lashes, so yeah, let's see how they are. So I've put on a little bit of mascara to cover any fallout on my lashes. Also, I've put on glue on this baby right here, waiting for it to dry a tad bit. Anyways, if you're a makeup artist, don't blow on your lash because it's going to go on your client's face. However, it's my lash, so sometimes I do blow on it. Just waiting for it to dry a tad bit. Only apply your lash when the glue is tacky. If you apply it when the glue is like right like this, very wet, then it will get messy and it can ruin your eye makeup. So ensure that the glue is slightly tacky when you go ahead and apply it. I'm gonna wait for like 30 to 40 seconds more. Seems about right time to stick it on. So I have the lashes on. These are by Swiss Beauty. As I said earlier, these are pretty nice and I actually did not expect them to be as good. Actually, these are very light also. Like, they remind me of the pack lashes. They're very light, they're very soft and fluttery, very much like for your regular person, for your everyday wear types. And I usually go for more dramatic lashes if you know me, but I quite like these. And further to hydrate my face, I'm gonna use this OG moisturizer of mine by Faceshop. मैंने इसके इतने tubs खत्म करे. If you've been following me, you just know it. It's the collagen based moisturizer by Faceshop. This is, I don't know, the 100th tub maybe. And I'm just gonna moisturize my dehydrated skin. So the skin is moisturized, but for some extra hydration and priming, I will go ahead and use the Silk Blur primer from Plume and just use a tad bit of this in my T-zone. That's what it looks like. For foundation, as I told you earlier, it's the LA Girl. Sorry, I'm just gonna shake कर रही हूँ ताकि product थोड़ा अच्छे से बाहर आए. Yeah, that's a lot, I guess. This is 2 pumps of the LA Girl foundation. I'll use my Rene face brush. It says it's the contour brush, but it's actually a pretty brush for any cream product and even foundation, to be honest, because it's pretty dense that way. And yeah, oh my god, the coverage and everything about this foundation is beautiful. I almost forgot because मैंने बहुत time से use नहीं करी genuinely. I will take down what I was left on my brush, down my neck as well, so it's a good match. It anyways is like a beautiful match with my skin. You see how seamlessly it blends down my neck and décolletage area. Two pumps of this foundation are like more than enough, to be honest. I still have quite a lot of left on my hand. Now for the concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use the same Makeup Revolution concealer that I used to carve out my eyelids. I'm probably going to pick it on a sponge. It's a very full coverage and slightly drying, so I'm not going to overdo it. And just, you know, use a tad bit to brighten underneath my eyes and give it a little more coverage. I'm going to tap it on the back of my hand so that I don't have excess product on the sponge itself. And just... and once that's done, I guess I'm going to do one eye at a time and set it with some powder. The one I'm using is by Laura Mercier. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. I'll look up and set it with powder. I feel this part is not very pretty to do on camera, but it is what it is, because I really have to like get into the mirror. This powder is also slightly brightening on me. Also was the concealer, thereby that brightened under eye effect, which I really like, especially when I'm doing color on the upper lid. I really like my under eyes to be brighter than usual. So I don't like to bake, I just like to press in the very powder like so into my base. and I guess I'll also do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so the face is set. I also went ahead and just added a tad bit of that orange and connected it to here, just softened the blend a little, and it looks a lot more like connected and soft and smooth, right? With that, my face looks very pale and could definitely use some color. So I'm going to go ahead, take a big fat brush, dip it into my Glowish bronzer and just really bronze the hell out of my face. And now to really complement the orange tone going on here, I'm actually going to pick this very pretty orangey peachy sort of a shade, and this is the shade Zomer from the same palette we used as my blush shade today. I'm just going to be very careful that I only pick the blush shade, tap off the excess because these are very pigmented shades, and just blush up my cheeks. Going to concentrate the blush application towards here instead of going very here. I'm going to put it here. Given that it's an eyeshadow, I'm going very lightly and building on the blush as I would like it to be. I am obsessed with the blush. It looks so pretty. Now I'm also planning to dig in for the highlighter from the same palette. I have too many options again. I'll just clean my hand and show you some of them. Alright, so with clean fingers, I'll swatch. That's the shade All In. Okay, it's slightly olivey. And then here we have Ivy. This is like my least favorite shimmer if I'm being honest. Pride also looks kind of nice now. It has a lot of pink shift to it. I guess I'll do like a mix of Ivy and Pride, like slightly on the top of my cheekbone, since this is anyways like a very creative and somewhat non-wearable look, if I may say so. So let's go all out today. And before that, I'll spritz my face once with the Mars Seal the Deal setting. So I've only used it a couple of times and honestly, it's good. I'm gonna take a mix of Pride, so it's very pink, yeah, and Ivy to make my own pinkish white custom highlighter shade. I really hope it turns out to be good because I really am in no mood to spoil this. Oh, she's pretty, but she's like kind of chunky if I'm being honest. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. It's a little like sparkly. She's glowy. Lastly, to complete the look, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Chiffon Signature Lipstick in this shade I Lose Up. It's a beautiful nude pink shade, and yeah, that's going to be the final product we use today. And that's all for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching this look. I'm honestly obsessed. I love playing with colors. Like, I feel so much like myself. And let me know if you would like to see more creative and colorful looks, because I would certainly love to do them for you all. And that's all for today's video. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye, beauties.